This is subject to change though, right?
Yeah.
Well, got a little wave right going on there though. As long as I cut.
Well, obviously that's how much we've stretched the wheel opening. I think it's going to be enough, but before we determine if it's definitely going to be enough, we're going to put the rear end in there, the wheels on the rear end, and go up and down in the motion of what the rear end will actually move. Make sure it doesn't hit the back or the front. One major issue I see right now, major issue is we're into our tape right here. It's looking a little rough right here. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how much we actually have to go. But that's about where it has to be. I think it's 2 inches front, 2 inches back, which is normally what we do. That is a massive tire, 36-inch tall tire, so it's gonna need it. So if this works right here, we'll obviously mark that, cut it out, clean it all up, and then we'll have to make a piece here, which Danny kind of talked about last time. It'll be a little bit tricky to make this. Radius here, I'll have to tip that. The rest of this can all be just sheet metal, broken a regular straight brake. But yeah, and then you gotta clamp stuff, keep everything really straight while you tack it in there, and really be easy on it so you don't warp it all up and make it look really bad. Because you could easily make it look really, really bad. You don't want to do that. So Dan's almost got the other side cut out. After that, let's get the rear end under here. And hopefully we don't have to go any wider than that, because then we're definitely messed up here if we got to go any wider than that. But let's see. Let's just see. Let's put the rear end under there and see what it looks like. I wanted to take a minute and talk about today's sponsor, Raycon. Now that the holidays are over, it's a perfect time to upgrade your gear for the new year. If you're getting back into a fitness routine or training more consistently, for me, that's heavy lifting in the shop. Audio that actually works while you're on the move makes a huge difference. I've been using Raycon's Essential Open Earbuds, and they're a game changer for workouts and long shop days. Unlike regular earbuds that block out everything, these sit just outside your ear canal. I can still hear if a compressor kicks on or if somebody's calling my name while I'm working. Music stays clear without losing awareness, which is huge for safety when you're around heavy machinery. They have a multi-angular hook that actually stays put while I'm under a chassis. And with 36 hours of battery life, I only charge them maybe once a week. The Essential Open Earbuds are here to help you crush those goals. Go to buyraycon.com/CJRaceOpen to get 20% off site-wide. Click the link in the description. Thanks Raycon for sponsoring today's video. This is the big tire rear end. It's also a Marty Mullet rear end housing, just like a radial tire rear end housing. And if you're only looking at this one, you might not notice how much different they are. But since we're getting ready to put this one in, and the radial tire one's on the ground, I think we should carry it over there and set it next to the radial one so you can see exactly how much different they are. Yeah, let's do it. Right. Yeah, take my gun.
Off the bat, I can already see a big difference.
That's a big difference. Not only is it wider, but this one has wheelie bar mounts on it, which you need for the big tire. But it's probably more than that. I can't remember. Like 27 1/4 to the outside of the rotors. No, it's 36. So about 9 inches, roughly. 9 inches longer the radial tire rear is. And those got 15-inch wheels. So it's not like it's got a little wheel over there. Still got a pretty big wheel, but this one, mucho shorter. Alright. Like it, Dan?
I guess. As long as you burn those things.
I think we should leave it like that, Danny, for real.
Leave it like that.
No clearance issues at all.
That'll be mullet.
We could just put some 1x1 square tubing around the edges to make it look finished.
Either that or just use a piece of angle.
You'd never have a problem getting a tire off.
Hot rolled angle.
No.
You could adjust the 4-link with the tire on just like this, just from the outside. That might be the way to go. What do you guys think?
When Ty came here the other day, he says he wants it to be more functional than looking good, so you never know.
That's functional right there.
Who said
if
that?
I've ever seen it.
Ty.
That's functional.
Think you can get the tires on it without having to raise it up?
Pull the whole jack back, Danny. Okay.
What hole you going to?
We're gonna go to the third one up.
Bolts. Let me switch myself around here so I can accurately move that jack for you.
Third one up, third one down. It's the same on there.
If you can, put the head in from the inside.
Oh. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Danny's got the anti-roll bar clipped up right there.
You'll have to get
If
a
you
side cutter.
get those little red side cutters that I've got.
As far as what we have back here, 4-link suspension setup.
The geometry will change because with the radial, you want the rear end to separate. With a slick, it doesn't separate. It squats more than anything. So they'll have to readjust the bars, but we're not changing anything. No, I'm good, I don't need it. We're not changing anything. We'll let Cletus and Jamie Miller take care of that.
We're not using the shims, I take it?
Not for this. You're gonna put that in the forward hole.
All the way in the front. Whoa, your studs is nailed. There you go. There you go. Down a little bit. Here, I'll learn some on my foot with it. Come down. Okay, now you're ready to go. Boy, it's close to that friggin' rear end. Sidewall of that tire is less than a ½ inch away from the bracket.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. It's normal.
you're kidding me.
No.
You mean they've never cut a friggin' tire? Now, if this thing got tire shake, it'd be all over with.
I cannot stand big tires.
What's this?
36.
36? And this is in top
The
fuel
biggest
nitro?
one they make, huh?
This is in top fuel and funny car?
Same exact tire size.
Oh, wow.
Not the same tire, but the same tire size. They run a Goodyear. That's got extremely a lot of research and development done to it. And I think you have to run those tires, and I'm not sure if you have to buy them from the racetrack.
Per regulation.
Yeah, like fuel. You used to be able to bring your own barrels of nitro and your barrel of alcohol and mix the fuel the percentage you wanted to. Well, now they made it to where you can't. I think you run 90 or 90 something percent, but they were running 100% once in a while. And they had a humongous engine explosion one time on the starting line that looked like a friggin' fireball from hell. And they said, nope, 90%. And now you got to buy the fuel PP. You got to buy it from the track. You can't bring your own. So you haven't doctored it up with hydrazine.
I know them tires are big, but loudy.
They're easier to put on a dragster.
Yeah, I bet. I hope so.
They're easier to do a funny car too because the body's off.
Yeah.
We do need a spacer.
I mean, it's so close now. If you did a burnout, I'd worry about cutting the sidewall when you left.
No, it needs a spacer. 100%. That's why it's got them. Just a little bit though. I don't need a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, if you down at the bottom where the wheelie bars are going,
Yes.
it's that far from the sidewall.
Yeah, it's
Can't
very
get my
close.
finger through it.
Yeah, it's close.
And the shock.
But you also
reservoirs-
can't come this way much either, so it's like very
The
close.
shock reservoirs
Uh-huh.
have to get rotated because they're rubbing the sidewall right
To
now.
be in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's
rubbing the sidewall, but not so much you can't roll it and hurt. It won't hurt nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Dang, look at that. That's a big old tire right there.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
it does need to come out.
things are
No
massive.
doubt about that.
Yeah, but you
Come on,
can't.
minute,
No, because you're gonna start getting close here. Because I've looked at this when we measured it. I'd rather go a teeny tiny bit in than too far out. Because if you're too far out, you can't narrow it.
You can't narrow it.
Danny was telling us that this is basically the same size as a funny car or a top fuel.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
It's massive.
There's no slick out there wider than 17, and there's none taller than a 36.
Oh, keep going. You only went an inch so far. All right. That's probably close enough. That is as high as it will probably ever be. But see, you don't have a ton of room here either.
Well, what do you have there?
You have enough.
Yeah, but what is it? What's enough? Inch and a half?
Yeah. As long as it doesn't go up much, you're
Well, yeah, because
good.
when it narrows, when the tire grows, it goes in.
No, I know. Yeah, I think you're good there. That looks good like that, though. What do you think, Danny? Danny likes some wheels sucked in there, boy. Like wheels. looking
No,
like a little
I don't
roller
know.
skate.
No, I like it in a little, but I don't like it. I don't like it out all the way against the edge as far
Yeah.
as you can put it because it causes problems.
Especially with a big tire.
Oh yeah.
With a little tire, you can get away with a lot more for sure. With that tire
The
there,
little
that,
tire doesn't do much.
that thing there starts shaking and it moves a lot.
This
It'll be
thing's moving
just-
all over the place.
Yeah, it's bad. These things start shaking. They'll throw tubs out of cars. They'll do all kinds of silly stuff.
I don't think it doesn't happen on this car like a top fuel car. But if you ever looked at a still picture of the rear tires on a top fuel car, the back of it is flat. That high off the freaking ground. It's just flat as can be on the back, and it's all wobbly in the front.
Yeah, that would be like 4 inches. Is the tire got any air in it?
I don't think
Not
so.
really.
No,
That'd be 3 3/4, 4 inches ride height. So that's plenty low enough. So we could definitely a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're good. If you want to what I would do, how thick are the washers that are on there?
How thick
Spacers
are those?
for the behind the lug nuts.
Oh, they're wide.
Real wide?
Yeah.
What about the ones for the other housing?
Not as wide.
Maybe drop it down just for testing purposes. Drop it down, pull this wheel off, put the little ones behind there, like if they're like 3/8 or ½ inch, put it behind the wheel, put the wheel back on,
I've got some.
jack it back
that's-
up.
Oh, okay.
And then that will fit the quarter of that because it can stand to come out a tiny bit.
Do I have my?
Your box should be there somewhere.
That looks good though.
It's huge.
It's massive.
That's crazy that it even
insane.
fits.
Kyle, we need to put the same tire on your car.
What size is that one?
It's big.
On the Civic?
It's a 36.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that.
You'd probably let the training brake go with that 2J, and that thing would just shut off.
I don't think there'd be enough room for that.
No,
I
it
mean, the
wouldn't.
tire would be up to my roof.
We'd have to just trim the whole.
Take the whole back of the car off.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the benefit of going to the big tire? Just faster overall compared to the small
Yeah.
tire stuff?
Here, ½ inch.
They're better on like tracks that aren't great. Like for no prep, like when they went from
Yeah,
the 36 to
more-
34.5, it
more
definitely slowed them
forgiving.
down. Yeah.
A little more
I got a whole shit.
contact patch.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, that's a massive tire. I mean, honestly, if you don't have enough power though, that tire will slow you down. You know,
Yeah, you have to be
that
able
big of a
to-
tire will definitely
gotta
slow
be able
you
to
down.
turn it.
Yeah. Which this is probably at the edge, but also if you're building a car like this, you want it to be able to fit that. You can always go smaller. But like if he had talked about maybe doing like a billet big block, if he did that, then
Oh yeah,
you know,
you'd have plenty.
yeah. I think that's what I'd rather do. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably takes
You won't be able to change 4-link bar positions with a tire.
You can anyways. With a big tire, you pull the tire off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I've always done it the other way.
Yeah. Which with a radial maybe, but it's easier to
Yeah.
get that. I mean,
No, 100%.
my head's not fit between the. Maybe a normal size head, but my head won't fit in there. I know that.
Wrong way.
Between that tire and the front
Oh,
of the wheel.
no. Oh, I thought, yeah, you're right. It would be really hard to do with a tire on.
Yeah.
Even from like in the middle.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that would be hard to do.
Oh yeah, that's it. Let's see. Let me look back here.
Looks about the same as far as clearance. Looks like it's pretty well centered.
I think maybe. Where is it? I'm trying to think. Measure from the shock now, like the bottom of the shock to the shock mount on the rear, and see how much will be done.
Well, they're angled.
Well, I know, but
That's 4 3/8.
which is we usually go like 4 on the, like for the big
4
tire
1/4.
stuff.
4 5/16.
Pretty close.
We'll probably have to take and draw a line off of those end pieces.
Uh huh.
and try to follow that line as close as we can follow.
Yes.
when we cut.
100%. No, wait. You got 8 7/8. You got 8 inches. So you should stop the rear end at 7 inches. When you, or no, 2 inches. When you got 2 inches left here,
Okay.
stop the rear end. That makes sense? Yep. That way, that'll basically be where it's gonna like hang once everything's adjusted. I think that's all right.
Probably.
Like Danny said, if we need to, we could always just. But I don't think so. You're way up here before it gets into the fender. I think that'd be all right.
Well, you're talking about being able to get the tire off with the shocks fully extended?
Yeah, which is where that is basically now. That's what the shock extended.
Back, we got no problem with that back. It's the front, we gotta watch the front corner.
Yeah, but I think you're good at it, right?
Well, I it might be close.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Yeah.
It's weird seeing Mullet on big tires like that. It's always been on little tires.
Never had a slick on.
I don't think
I mean,
it
the old-
maybe had a little.
the radial?
Maybe a small
It
one.
maybe had like a 28 slick on it. I
At one
don't
point,
think
but
it
never.
has, but maybe.
Oh,
Definitely never had anything like
2
that.
years ago, he didn't have it on slicks when he was
I don't
up
think
there.
no. 315. I think.
Okay.
All right, let's jack it back up to ride height and just leave it for right now, and then we'll start figuring out our lines first thing in the morning and start trimming them in. I think we're good there. Does anyone have any objections? I'm
The only
from
thing
what I'm
thinking-
seeing, I think we got plenty of room there.
The only thing I'm thinking, if you wanted to bump the front one forward a little bit, that would give you more clearance to try to get the tire off where it's at right now.
Yeah, but what's going to hit though? The first thing that would, like, your tire's over here, so that's behind the fender because you're here, right? So before that tire hits the fender, it's here. You got that's the part that would hit the tire. This is all the tire is behind the quarter panel opening. You know what I'm saying? Like if you held a straight edge here,
Oh, okay.
you're not going to hit the tire till you're up here.
And by the time you,
And you're gonna pull the Schrader valve too, and
Well, if you're doing that, yeah, it'll come off there.
you know what I mean. You're
but also by the time you come this distance, you're off the stud.
right. That's what
So
I'm saying.
you're dropping even more.
As long as it
Right.
still
Yeah.
tilts the tire off the studs without rotors hitting the inside of the wheel.
I think you should be okay.
I think it'll be fine.
Obviously, for the big tire, to make it the most convenient, you would go a little bit bigger. I think it's totally fine there, but I think from now, the more and more we go, the worse and worse it's gonna look when they put a
It will look good.
275 on there. It's gonna look like it's got a roller skate wheel under it. It won't look like Eagle didn't look bad. And I think we did 4 inches on Eagle because the way it separates and moves forward like that, it still leaves a lot of
Yeah.
room. So I think it'll be totally fine like that.
Yeah, that will.
Now, I take that back. We might want to go a tiny bit more on the front because on the other side with the rear steer, the wheel is going to be farther forward on that side.
If you moved it forward,
Tiny.
how much are we talking? Quarter inch?
1/4 inch.
You'll never see that with a small tire underneath the car. Now, if you moved it an inch forward, now you would start to see something a little bit. But if you moved it a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, people aren't, you could show 2 pictures of each one and nobody would be able to tell the difference.
That's true. And honestly, I have no idea what the paint plan is. Obviously, they're going to paint everything, but should we try to say that or just?
I would take a razor blade and I would cut right next to that list all the way around it, take it off, leaving the tape on it, and then retape it back on afterward.
This is what we're looking like.
Yeah, that's it for that's basically what we got to do. Now we just got to do the hard part, start putting it back together. But Danny's got it under control for sure. So we'll mark it and start working on putting it back together tomorrow. I'm happy with the way it looks. It looks really cool with a big tire. It's weird seeing them with a big tire, but it looks really good. So that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.